Well, LaSalle, from the minute the ball went up, or the second the ball went up to the last second on the clock, outplayed us and played a much better. You want me to say that again? They played a much better basketball game. I thought they came out with a great energy, killed us on the boards, made some early threes, and controlled the game for 40 minutes. We're going to have to regroup and get ready for a tough Temple team on Wednesday and see if we can play a little bit better.
Derek, is that frustrating? You thought your team had been kind of past that point.
Yeah, I think it's frustrating. Just because we didn't do the things that we had done when we started playing a little better, which is I thought our defense had been very good leading into this game. We were a little bit tougher on the boards, and our shot selection had gotten better for a time there. But I think LaSalle had something to do with that, with the way they came out and played like it was senior day. Really took it to us and made us really take tough, bad shots on the offensive end.
Are you also concerned that they were coming off a 38-point loss at Xavier?
Yeah, I really was concerned, and they had a lot more time to prepare. I think they played on Tuesday or Monday night. In a home game on senior day, I was definitely concerned. I do know that they could be a very good team. I think they're starting to really put some things together. The guys seem like they're giving a late charge here at the end of the year, and coming off a loss like that, teams usually play with a little more inspired basketball. You
said LaSalle had something to do with it, the way you guys played. Is that a step that's alluded to your team's playing well and the other team is also playing well? Or is that kind of the next step? Is if LaSalle does play like that?
Okay. Yeah, I think the next step would be when the other team's totally on their game and bring it to a high level, is for us to match that or exceed that, especially on the road. When teams have really played well on the road, we've struggled some. And I thought they played a very good basketball game. I thought they played very good and tough. And just absolutely killed us on the glass.
What was the problem? Is that unlike you to not go to the glass like that?
Well, I don't think it's like anybody to get out rebounded by 24. But I thought we've done a decent enough job. I wouldn't say we're a great rebounding team, but we've done a decent enough job as of late to hang in there on the boards. But you're not going to beat anybody getting out rebounded by 24.
Is that something physical, or is that you still don't have the mental drive to go to the glass?
I guess today could be a combination of both. Physical, mental, they played tougher. It could be a combination of a lot of things. I thought they went to the boards pretty hard, especially Williams and Weingarten. Those guys were playing pretty physical in there.
Your whole point this year with the young team has been development, improvement, leading up toward March. Does a game like this concern you, or is this just one of those days?
Well, we'll find out. I'm hoping it's one of those days. And like I said all along, we have good kids. And normally when you have good guys, they're going to come back and fight the next time out. So I'm confident that it was a bump in the road and just one of those days where, there wasn't one thing that we tried, or for whether it was zone, man, pressing, we just never could get over the hump and get on that run. We made a little run to start the second half. We went back to man. They hit a three at the key. We turned it over. They shot a layup to really put the game away.
You had the first game of the year, you're down 22, and the second half came back. Were you thinking that was something you could build on that ride?
That we'd have a chance, you mean?
Yeah, the game when you came back.
Yeah, I've seen it. There's been a ton of games. Us versus Ryder early in the year. I saw the one Louisville game where they were down to, I forget who it was, by 18 with a certain amount of time. And I think it was Marquette with 5.5 minutes left. One of my best friends, Tony Barbee's team down in Auburn, was down 19 with 4.5 minutes left against Mississippi State. And they came back and won. So I don't think in college basketball with the three-point shot you're ever really out of a basketball game. And when we got on a little bit of a run early in the second half, I was hoping that we can make a push.
Did they do something defensively? If they scored 6 points in the next 12 minutes.
We did?
No,
I
3 threes.
think I just said Murray hit a three, and then we turned the ball over and he shot a layup. So then we kind of tried to turn the game a little ratty, and it didn't happen.
What was your approach in the locker room? Did you get on them, or was this trying to build them back up, or was this
At halftime or at the end?
At the end.
I just told him to get on the bus and let's get out of here. Told him you should not be very happy with the performance this evening, and really that you got out rebounded by 24 rebounds. That just means we just got out toughed, and that's not our identity. So I didn't scream at him or yell. It's pretty late in the season to do that.
What would you say? Yeah.
Boy. At halftime, Well, that's really where the game was won and lost, was in the first half. So I told them, actually, let's just come out and give it a stab. Let's go fight and see if we can make something happen.